Look, man.
Where? Oh, I see.
Wow.
My, oh my. Bowen, look over there.
Wow, is that
culture? Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. Las Culturistas.
Ding dong, Las Culturistas calling.
Welcome back to Talkin' Biden. We are here to talk about, of
the
course,
presidency of Joe Biden.
the 46th president of the United States, Joe Biden. Today we are talking about Biden's impact on America.
Just kidding. We're not
No,
gonna
this
do
is Las
that.
Culture.
This is Las Culture. We are maybe the most politically uninformed people out there in the podcasting space. Wouldn't
See,
you
I
say?
don't think that's true. I just think we really keep politics off mic.
I know.
I voted for Marianne Williamson in the primary.
Did you really?
I actually did.
I am so happy because I would have loved that opportunity.
Because listen, and can I say, you're not a great political mind if you're like, don't vote for the person that's not going to win. It's like, that's not really how it works. You can vote for whoever you want.
All I'm saying is, if Marianne Williamson's on the ballot, we've done that woman so dirty. Oh, just vote for her. I mean, now she's dropped out, so it's not an option for the New Yorkers. But
Biden won with 97% of the primary vote. It's okay if the 2.5% included my Matt Rogers vote.
that's what we call a lark,
That's what we call a lark.
you know? And spring has sprunged.
Yeah, spring is sprung.
And the
We're out
larks
of
are out.
Pisces season, thank God,
Thank
because it was
God.
so rough.
Pisces?
Virgo.
Virgo.
Yeah,
that
then I
makes
got that.
sense.
Yeah, I'm
Am
gonna
I
say.
supposed to talk?
No, not
we're
yet.
not quite
Okay.
yet.
Hold on. This is talking Biden still. We're going to do 8 minutes of hard talking Biden, and then you're going to come in.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so bored of Biden.
Well, look. I don't know. The less we say, the better.
Well, you're a famous moderate.
yeah.
You're actually one of the most famous moderates
I'm
in
a
America.
big moderate.
Yeah. Talk about your moderate views.
I think Kirsten Sinema,
Slay.
one of our biggest slays.
I think that she slays and goes off politically and aesthetically.
Oh, 1,000%.
I think every hair color choice is the right choice. I think
Every
orange
glasses
I think
choice.
orange goes with green, goes with pink, goes with purple.
If you're white, you have to wear orange, and that's real culture. That's real culture number 7.
If you're white, you have to wear orange. You know, I have like 3 orange things in my closet, and I'm
you
always
shouldn't
like,
wear them.
is today the day? No. And I'm realizing it's never going to be the day for orange.
I don't think anyone with like less than a certain amount of melanin should wear orange.
That's probably true. Do you remember years ago when I made a promise on this podcast? This is a promise I made, and I'm literally sitting here with 2 Emmy nominees. If I ever get nominated for an Emmy, I said on this podcast years ago, I swear I will wear a canary suit.
You would look great in a canary yellow suit.
And now that sort of careers have gone in the direction where it's like, you know, I'm literally sitting here with people who've been nominated. I don't think it's impossible I'll ever be nominated.
I think it's very possible.
And I think I will have to wear canary.
Canary yellow?
Canary yellow. Is
Yeah.
there more than one canary?
Listen, I don't know. But I was just confirming. But I think you should
Canary
wear
yellow.
like a nice, deep, rich blue, like underneath.
Yes.
Yeah.
And maybe have the cuffs coming out a little drapery.
Yeah, that's good.
Ooh.
I
and
mean,
then maybe
fashion
a
icon.
heel.
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
a
I
pussy
like that.
bow.
Oh, that's good. Like,
I
Are you
think
a
you-
stylist?
I think it could be a sleigh.
You're slaying right now.
I really love fashion.
I mean, you've turned some of the most iconic looks in red carpet history.
I mean, that's not me. That's my stylist, Marco. He is incredible. I love him.
Well,
I
Marco
mean,
has
yeah.
informed you in your eye, wouldn't you say? But I think we found, I found a little loophole for Matt.
What?
You wear a canary, but you wear coal-colored suit
So I can be the canary in the coal.
and then little yellow thing on your lapel.
Incredible.
And that's the canary.
Okay, good.
You know,
No.
All right, well, again, no immediate project that's going to get me this nomination, but we're of course
Oh,
looking to the
no.
future as we always are, with hope and the desire to succeed.
The desire to succeed. Now, someone who gives that in great measure is our guest.
It's already
Hope and
happening.
and the desire to succeed.
I have to say, this is one of the most successful women
In history.
in history. This is one of the most successful women in history. Rich in life,
and money.
money.
The love of children love her.
She
and
got a
know her.
fountain.
She got a fountain.
You got a fountain at your
I
house?
do have a fountain.
I know. Because last time I saw you, I think you talked extensively about the rehabilitation of the fountain, which I believe was a whole to-do. Watch
was a
this space.
to-do.
We'll be getting into that. She got a fountain. She has legions of fans. She got a new film,
You got a new film?
Focus Features.
You remember
That's the
this-
name of the film. Focus Features.
It's actually a biopic about Focus Features.
biopic is
Nicole
about-
plays Focus.
And then I think Javier Bardem plays Features.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
yes,
a love
yes,
story.
yes.
And they have a really rough sex scene.
Oh, God, it was so wonderful to shoot. He spits right in my mouth, and then I use it as lip gloss.
Yeah, that's really good. Well,
that's great.
And of course, there's this other project.
It's the American Society of Magical Negroes.
Yes.
So good. Go see it. Everyone welcome Nicole Byer!
Hi. And we're on video today.
We're on video today, but I will point out that the last time you were here was 4 years ago in the weeks before the pandemic.
I know.
Yeah.
It's wild.
How far have we come since? Are we better people?
I think everyone is sick as hell.
Yeah.
I think we've all forgotten how to communicate, act in public.
Yeah.
I went to a play and a man was behind me and like a character was like, I'm going to answer the door. And he went, ooh, answer the door. And was just like softly repeating things. And I was like, this is live.
Yeah,
they can hear you.
100%.
People are nuts.
Yeah, it does feel like the pandemic and everything we've been through over the past 4 years has made people be like, it's low stakes to God. They can take it away at any second. Why am I gonna? Why act with decorum? They can take it away at any
Shut
second.
me back in. I'll be an animal at all times.
Because if I go home and the pandemic happens, I'm gonna wish I said something about him going in the door.
I'm going to ask a terrible question that you guys have to answer earnestly. If it were to happen again, how would you do it this time? The lockdown part of it.
I would probably do it the same.
Great.
I stayed inside for the most part and I hung out with people outside and I did like roller skating and shit. I was just like pretty careful because I was like, I'm fat. If I go to the hospital, they'll be like, lose weight. That's why you can't breathe. And it's like, no, it's COVID. Like,
It's COVID.
I think
That's good. That's a good answer. You wouldn't do anything
The
differently.
one thing I would do differently is I would probably, like, I know this would be a risk, but I don't think I could do the pandemic in my apartment again.
Yeah.
I would
go
have
somewhere.
to. I would do something where it was like the second I even heard about an outbreak somewhere, I'd be like, well, I'm either getting a new apartment and getting on that now, and that'll push me out. Because I don't think I could allow another period of that time in that same space again.
I guess
The whole reason why I left my old apartment was like the ghosts of early COVID are in the walls. I gotta go.
And I'm still in the same place.
Yeah,
You gotta
that's
go.
scary.
I can still feel like the tension. I can still I can
Get
still taste
out.
the pizza. I was eating a pizza a day, a whole pizza.
Oh,
a
I
day.
ate a lot of pizza.
Yeah.
I drink
was
a
pizza
lot
town.
of wine.
Oh
Wine
yeah,
town. Yeah,
Maybe I would drink less.
I think that.
maybe.
I think we
drink
really
so much.
collectively let the alcohol, because it was funny for a second.
Yeah, to be like, I'm drinking a bottle of wine a day. And it's like, well, is this a problem?
I can't feel my skin anymore.
Oh God.
Wait, why don't you move now?
I really should.
I think you
Do
should.
it.
It's been a minute.
Because you know what it is? It's like, of course it's an exciting process, but then there's the whole, like, actually doing it of it all. Like, I
It's
love
fine.
to...
You'll be done with it when you're
Hire movers.
done. Hire movers.
Or do what I did, throw everything in a garbage bag.
And throw that in the garbage?
Yeah, throw it right in the garbage. Goodbye. I owe nothing. No, I paid movers to move garbage bags.
Oh, great. But you weren't paying for the movers to put things in the bags or in boxes.
No, I didn't want to pay for that. So I put things in, like all of my clothes were in garbage bags. You know, I put the seasons together so I could go through it later. But yeah, when
That's smart.
it's cheap contractor bags, you know? You
Yeah.
can reuse them.
Right.
There's also that bin service. You know that the big green bins?
Oh,
They're real
yes,
easy
yes,
to
yes,
pack
yes.
up and
Yep,
stack.
yep.
Pack up and stack up. Like, you can really get on the move. You know what's stopping me from doing this?
What?
The fact that my TV is mounted. I'm telling you.
Unmounted.
You
I
get
know,
someone
but
to
you
unmount
say
it.
that like you say unmount it in 2 words, like it's that simple.
You get someone to do it.
You get someone to do it, and then they can also maybe like fill in the hole in the wall. You know what I mean?
with spackle from Home
Spackle.
Depot.
Which you
I'm
could
gonna
also
get
do
a task
yourself.
rabbit to come over and fill the hole.
I mean,
Honey.
maybe you got to go on Grindr, honey. Ooh.
How's the roller skating journey? I feel like
It's cooled off. I
cooled
fell
off.
down. I broke my ankle.
I know.
I was scared. But now my ankle feels better. It's been like 4 years. And now I'm wearing a slight heel.
You don't look encumbered at all by a weakened ankle.
Thank you.
you should just pop them on tonight. Go.
Maybe I will.
Don't. No,
Maybe
actually,
I will.
Don't
And then
do
I'm
that.
like, I broke my ankle again.
Do you know what we thought we talked about doing today, which actually like made me so excited? And now I'm thinking about the experience of doing one with you, and I feel like it would be very fun. An escape room. How are you in an escape room scenario?
I will do one good thing. I did an escape room once. I was rather useless until there was this one clue, and I was like, "Oh, add the numbers together," and they were like, "Yeah!"
Wow!
And I was like, "And I'm done."
Yeah.
So you're the numbers person.
I am the one clue person. Like I will do one good, like a scavenger hunt. I will do one good thing, and I'm useless for the rest of the time. But I'm a good time. I'm like,
the
we're
thing
doing
is, you
it.
bring the vibes and the sister support.
Yes. I'm
support.
like, you'll get it. Crack that code, diva.
Yes, there are times where I'll be the person that's like, you know, when someone gets something right in an escape room and like a button will start flashing.
Yeah.
I'll push the button. I will see the flash and I'll go, oh, here's where it is. And then you do the way that you convince your friends that you're good at an escape room is just to sort of be in the front. Just to look like you're in the action. Just sort of be in the front. Like, oh yeah, I think we got something. Yes. And then just as Bowen like solves the puzzle, I'll go, the Minotaur! Oh, we knew it. And then like, well, come on. Like, and then, you know.
Come on.
I also have done one. This is me running in an escape room like a spider.
I love it.
I did one recently where a Minotaur chased you around.
That's where
like it was like a
Minotaur
live
came
actors.
No.
You would not.
What did the Minotaur
be
look like? He had a whole headpiece on.
When I tell you,
He looks like he was January 6th.
Demon from Hell.
Okay.
And the rock music they played whenever he came in.
No.
I'm telling you, it was one of the greatest experiences.
Well, what kind of rock was it?
Like,
Mac?
it was just
This sounds very white.
It was it was one of the whitest experiences. No, wait. No, it wasn't.
It was an Asian guy.
It was not.
It was.
It was a black gentleman who was playing the Minotaur. It was revealed.
We're versatile.
Yes.
No.
Colorblind casting,
I love
as
that.
Shonda Rhimes would call
I
it.
love
I'm
that.
telling you. And then there was one girl who was playing like a sort of like disturbed
Mermaid.
like young doctor.
Mermaid.
And she was giving an amazing performance. Some of the greatest theater. Some of the greatest theater you can see is happening in escape rooms.
In
all
escape
across America.
rooms, haunted houses.
Yes.
Haunted houses are a little intense for me. So I've learned, I look at people and I go, not for me.
Yeah.
And they respond to that?
They stop. They have to. Otherwise it's like assault. I said no.
Do you ever go in like a haunted house and you feel like they go like, they say something like they reference that they know who you are? Like, nailed it.
No.
I feel like you would get that.
I would love for someone to do that. That's very funny. That would make me laugh so hard.
I know.
No, I just go, no, thank you, or too close, or I don't want none of that.
But
They are
and
so
yet you keep
close.
going to them.
Yeah, because I think I want some of that.
You think you wanted some of that, and turns out you didn't want none
I don't
of
want
that.
none of that.
Yeah. It's so
When will you
scary.
learn?
I don't know.
Oh my
Because it's
goodness.
once a year. So it's like I have a whole 365 days to be like,
To nut up.
maybe I do want some of that.
Yeah.
Maybe I do. It's hot in here, no?
It's so hot in here.
Oh my
We're
God.
so sorry. It's the lights. It's the cameras. It's the...
It's as
Did
if
you
I've
peel off a
never
layer?
been on a set before. I'm like, oh my God.
That was another thing that was different about the last time we were in here. Do you remember how dark it was in this
dark.
room?
It was very
It
dark.
was like pitch dark.
I
And we did
liked
the
it.
podcast. Why was that?
Because the pandemic was coming. It was ominous.
We
We were
could
like,
feel
oh.
vibes were
Vibes
the
were
floor.
off.
Are you guys recording in person again? Or you love the Zoom?
I have 4 podcasts.
I know, but so
you
like,
are
what's the
that
situation?
Podcaster.
I will do it in person again. I just don't know how I did them all in person.
I don't know. We don't know either.
Simply don't understand. And I did it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I did it. So Why Won't You Date Me is sometimes in person, depends on the guest. Best Friends is sometimes in person, depends on our schedule. Newcomers was in person, but Lapkus is expecting a present.
Yes.
That's
Not my
sweet.
news, so take it how you want
Let's
it.
just say she's got to be home waiting to sign.
Yeah, she needs to sign for it.
For
It's
a present.
DHL.
Yeah.
Which I hate DHL. They're
Why you gotta
very
make me go on the
annoying.
website
I don't
and,
know.
and check a box?
It's like, what? Just leave my shit.
Just leave it there.
I
Just
literally just
leave
realized
it.
my I don't think so, honey. I'm so happy. Because now that I have that checked off, I can stop. Because it's usually 10 minutes before I don't think so, honey. I realize I don't have one. And I'm looking at the guest like not listening and just panicking.
I just figured out mine too.
Good. So
I came prepared.
Oh,
you did.
Yeah, I think so.
You said it's your big return to Las Culturistas. I'm gonna go tear.
Yeah, I practiced in the mirror. I was like, I don't think so, honey. No. I don't think so, honey. Yeah.
Did you ever do it live?
A lot.
Back in the day, we used to do live I Don't Think So, Honeys.
No.
Like
in front of people?
In front of tons of people.
No.
We were never in New York at the same time.
The last time I saw Nicole Byer live was doing stand-up and her ending her set with, I just have to say something. It's going to get me in trouble. All male flight attendants are gay. All my flight attendants are gay. There's no exceptions.
You're dead ass.
All of them are gay. Goodbye.
And they are gay.
And it's the best closer I can ever think
They are
of.
gay and they know it. They're gay, they know it, and they really love to show it.
They really
the way
do.
they walk down the hall,
shaking their ass.
They're shaking their ass, and I really do feel like every flight attendant, like sort of like I don't know, costume designer is tailoring it so the booty pop.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just on a Delta flight and this lovely male flight attendant, his butt was like, pow.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, child, you caked up.
It's to the point where I probably know who you're talking about because there was one time where I was just like, I mean, this is a spectacle.
It was wild. It was so delicious.
Every time I open up a blanket from Delta, I always think of you.
Well,
Is that
Jesus.
no, it's not bad. I mean, use at your own risk. You know they don't wash them.
It was Delta.
It was Delta, but I'm still a Delta Diamond diva through and through.
Delta Diamond.
But you guys,
love it.
My
don't.
sister.
I did something weird there, and I'm sorry.
So did I. Get a photo of that. What the hell?
I love it.
Yeah, so there was a piece of poop in Nicole Byer's blanket on Delta.
Yeah.
Years
It was
ago.
really
Years
wild.
later, I thought about it on the flight over here yesterday. I was like,
don't get your own little blanket and pack it.
that's such a hassle. That takes up so much space.
Well, Mandy Moore was just
Foldable
here, and
ones.
she says that she is actually quite irritated by people who bring in the big pillows, their own blankets, etc. But what I didn't have to tell her, and what we've regretted, was to tell her, well, you have talked to Nicole Byer about the time when a piece of poopy came out of a...
I'm sorry that sometimes you have to fly commercial and people bring their own accoutrements.
And that's what she's talking about, though.
The accoutrement.
But like, why get mad? Like, it's not your life.
No,
Get
totally.
glad. Get glad.
Get glad.
I'm never mad at somebody bringing something. It's just like when people are like loud and taking up space. Like I once got mad at this like couple that was like 2 rows ahead of me having the nicest time. They were laughing so hard. And I was like, why are you so happy?
Yeah.
What do you laugh? And I was like, wait, why am I mad?
Yeah.
That's me a lot of times.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'm happy.
Was it a longer flight? Did it go on?
No, I think it was Vegas to LA. It was like a 30-minute flight.
LA to Vegas, I'm the chattiest young girl.
Because you're just excited. I know it's going to be short.
You want to know what it is? It's because I'm so gleeful. Because I know I'm going to the best place in America, the healthiest, safest place in America, Vegas.
I love Vegas.
Same.
Do you guys gamble?
I have not been to Vegas in like over 15 years. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. But I do want to hear
why
about...
haven't you gone?
I just have not had the opportunities
You
to
can
go.
see so many shows.
That's true, because you were supposed to come see Kelly Clarkson
I was
with
supposed to go
us.
see Kelly Clarkson. I couldn't do it at the last minute. So many times that where it's just not meant for me. It has not been meant for me. But when I do go, it will be fateful.
This is the year.
You're going to love it. You're going to have a really great time, and I can't wait.
I secretly kind of love it. I did choke on a piece of chicken at a Chinese buffet there when we were passing through with my family. And that is a really terrible experience.
Well,
my
that
God,
sounds
choking
really
is
harrowing.
terrible.
Choking in Vegas, there's so many better places to choke.
Truly. I once choked on a piece of ice, and my mother saw what happened, and she immediately wrapped her like hands around my neck, and I was like, wait, I'm already choking, and she's going to finish it off. And she was just trying to warm up the ice so it would melt faster.
Wow, I never even thought about
she's a scientist.
I eat ice at night.
No.
I'll just lay on my back in the bed sucking ice.
If you're sucking, that's fine, but you can't chew it.
but don't chew it.
Don't chew it.
Be careful. Well, I mean, it's ice. Like, I don't think...
I love to eat ice. I don't know. I love to gnaw and bite.
But what about your teeth? Doesn't it, like, fuck up your teeth?
What about my teeth? They got 30 more years anyway.
30 more years?
Yeah.
Let's just say this. I'm 34 years old.
Yeah. So at 64, your
The
teeth are
best
gonna fall
years
out?
of my teeth are behind me.
I don't know.
When you're 64, when in your Beatles year, that's when your teeth go.
I guess you're
Beetle
right.
year.
When
What
I'm
is
60,
that?
when I'm 64.
When I'm 64.
I think it's 64.
Is that a
Beatles
Beatles song?
It's a Beatles song.
I don't know any Beatles
They call it your
songs.
Beatles year.
Can I tell you, they're
You
a
should do
blind spot
Newcomers
for me
Beatles.
Oh my God.
too. That would be good.
No. No, I simply don't want to. The only Beatles songs I know are when other people have covered it.
Yeah.
Tina Turner has a couple covers, and I was like, those men stole from her. And they're like, what? People are like, what are you talking about?
Those men stole from
Speaking of this type of conversation, what's your thoughts on Cowboy Carter?
I'm so excited.
So excited.
I really like that Beyonce was like, it's not a country album, it's a Beyonce album. And I do like that she was like, I didn't feel welcomed into the genre.
Yes.
Like, it's so vulnerable and honest.
Yeah.
Beyonce's a megastar, and for her to be like, these people hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
So I'm made an incredible album about it.
What's wild is that she was so upfront about that. And then like, I guess what happened was she was invited by the CMAs and she brought the Dixie Chicks with her. And then I think the fact that she did that, they were like, we invited you and we're gracious enough to invite you, and now you brought them because they still have a problem with the chicks. And so then it was a mixture of like Beyonce's experience there and by proxy the chicks' experience there, and the discourse that happened around that performance, which by the way was so
amazing.
Good.
Yeah, it's the
and
only thing I've watched from the Country Music Awards ceremony.
And then for them to be, and for like country music to be rude to her, like, and disrespectful outright to her. It's just insane. And then I thought, now what's going to happen, now that she said that, is they're either going to like, in a very like not polarizing, what's the word? Like a very like a patronizing way. They're going to be like, we love you, we're so happy, we're going to play your songs. Or they're just going to like get worse. And it won't matter either way.
No,
because she's up here.
Yeah.
And it's
truly
just
on a different planet. By the way, we're recording this before the album has come out. And I think by the time this episode comes out, it might be out.
When's it out?
March 29th. Oh. So it'll
oh my
be
God.
out.
It's so soon.
It'll be out
9
next.
days.
Oh, so no. We're recording this before the album comes out. Got it.
2 days before.
2 days before.
Oh, okay. I'm simply so excited to go to the hoedown.
Oh, yeah. You go to Renaissance?
I did. I loved it.
Yeah.
I had a beautiful time. I really loved that she was
beautiful.
like, we're silver. And we were all like, we gotta wear silver.
Yeah.
And then it was just like really beautiful to see everyone's interpretation of that.
Yep.
It felt like a club. Like, you know, like I loved it. It was fun.
Like,
Perfect.
people talk so much about like Taylor Swift's impact on the economy. But when Beyonce said, I need you to wear silver to the concert, everyone went to their closet and realized they ain't got nothing
I ain't
silver.
got no silver.
So no one talked about the rise and boom in silver merch. Silver clothing went through the roof. At least in LA.
Sure did. Now I'm seeing it on clearance.
Oh, damn. That's Beyonce.
And that's on Beyonce.
And that's on Beyonce.
Cowboy Carter.
Beyonce?
Cowboy Byer.
Cowboy Byer.
Will you change your aesthetic to match the new Beyonce era?
No, but when I go to the concert, I will wear a cowboy
You'll wear a
hat.
cowboy hat.
I'm
Maybe
dressing
some
for the
Spurs.
hoedown. Sure.
Some boots.
Yeah, some little boots.
Boots.
I wish I could sing.
You can.
I think you can.
You can.
No.
It's not about how well you can sing. It's about how much you want to sing.
No. No. I think you can truly say someone is objectively bad or good at it.
Yeah, but they just have not been. They've been led astray if they're a bad singer.
My mother was a terrible singer. Like one of the worst.
Yeah.
And she would sing in church so loud and I'd be like, I don't think God wants that.
Yeah, but I think that it's about the joy. Sometimes I see someone.
All right.
Have you ever seen the film Florence Foster Jenkins?
Yes, I love it. It's so funny.
Florence Foster Jenkins. Do you know this movie?
Meryl Streep.
Meryl
Yes.
Streep. She plays like famously the worst
Yes.
singer ever, Florence
Pure
Foster
camp.
Jenkins. And so she was like well known for how bad she was. Like she would literally like create new ways of being bad at singing. But people would come from far and wide to see her perform. And she never really understood that it was because she was bad. She simply had the joy of singing. And I believe later in her life, she got her bad reviews finally for the first time. And she died.
Oh my God.
The grief was too much.
Oh my God. Well, the movie was really fun.
Yeah, I know. It was a
The
romp.
source material was sad.
That's her legacy. Is
I
but
want Meryl
literally-
Streep to do more campy stuff. I think she really shines in camp.
Yeah.
Do you remember the movie Ricky and the Flash?
Ricky and the Flash.
No.
Diablo Cody.
She was in a movie written by Diablo Cody called Ricky and the Flash, where she played a rock singer named Ricky, and that was her voice. And the poster, I'll never forget, said, "Get ready for Ricky."
I think I need to watch it. That sounds outstanding.
Get ready for Ricky with an I, of course.
Did you ever see the Riley sketch on SNL?
Oh, yeah,
Christopher
yeah.
Armisen being a little kid who talks like this, you bitch. But then he had a theme song, and the theme song was just, his name was Riley. Get ready for Riley.
That's funny.
Riley. Get ready for bitch. You bitch.
I've never seen it.
Sorry,
okay.
we're just talking
It's
about,
okay.
we're just talking
You have a
about little
long
things.
list of things to watch.
I do. I really do. It's in my phone. People are like, you have to watch this.
What's been the favorite thing from newcomers that
What's
you've like
your-
actually
yeah.
enjoyed? Lord of the Rings?
No.
You hated it.
No. Fairies
much.
scampering in the woods
Yeah,
trying to get a
come on.
ring
Come on.
from Gollum, who just looked like a single woman being like, ring, my ring, with like her little tracks falling out. No. I hated
Looking like
it.
a single woman.
Begging
That's
for a
roller coaster
ring.
number 50. Gollum looking like a single woman.
That's what Gollum reminded me of. Just like
tracks
the
falling out.
saddest single woman with like her tracks. Like people aren't like, girl, get it filled. Like,
People are like, girl, get it filled. Gollum had almost no friends. She burned every bridge.
No one was there to tell her.
No.
Didn't like it.
Didn't look in the mirror. Didn't get it. There were no mirrors around.
Yeah, no mirrors because she's scampering in the forest.
Right.
This is what Gollum needs to sing. You can buy your hair if you want to go. You can put your nose if it says so.
Okay, so not Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
No,
hated it.
didn't really love Star Wars, but I get why people
Yeah.
like it.
Did you watch all the Star Wars? Like, are you fluent
Yes.
now? Not fluent, but like familiar with 1 through 9, like the whole thing?
You know how people are like, I can order at a restaurant in Spanish? That's me with Star Wars. Like, I understand some of it, but like deep
You're
cuts,
like Han
no.
Solo?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
I thought his name was Hans Olo. And boy, oh boy, was I embarrassed when someone was like, you thought his name was Hans Olo? And I was like,
whatever.
yes.
I tell you, that would be perfectly in line with what everyone's name is.
Right. I mean, everyone has an insane name. Oh, we did Medea. I loved
great.
Medea, the real MCU, the Medea Cinematic Universe.
MCU. The real
Very,
original-
very funny.
The
Yeah.
original girl.
Let's see.
You guys hadn't seen Medea before that?
I've never seen Medea.
I've
It's
seen a couple of
great.
Medeas. Medea was always on like Stars when I
Yes.
was growing up. Like it was like always kind
Yes.
of like on.
I have seen Medea live though.
Oh, wow.
As a kid, I went and saw one of the plays, and I remember there was a joke that was like, this woman was wearing a green dress, and someone was like, "You look like a can of Sprite," and you.
The laughs.
That actually
were-
is.
Would-
that made me laugh a lot.
That is pretty funny.
You would
Like a
have
can of
thought-
Sprite just made me almost turn off.
Everyone was like, "Ah!"
I mean,
and I remember being like, "Wow, okay, all right."
You're like, wow, comedy's easy.
Medea's onto something.
Was Tai Tai Pepe playing?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Because Tyler
Right.
Perry got famous doing the Chitlin circuit, so like black centric locations in theaters in the South or whatever, and in the North, and then had a huge ravenous following, and
Yeah.
then I think made that first movie. What is the name of it?
it doesn't have
The Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I think he made that like a super low budget, and then it made like an insane amount of
Yes.
money, and then he was like, no one can tell me anything,
Yeah,
and now
no.
he owns a whole city in Atlanta.
Yeah. And
isn't
no
it
one has ever told him anything since.
No, and I love
The
it.
only thing that scared
I
him
love
is
it.
AI. The only thing that has scared this man is AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I
But
mean,
he's
then
still
you could
but he's still using it.
Still using it.
churn out more scripts.
I loved his announcement. Like the one thing we really have to worry about is AI. My next film will be AI. But I'm telling you, I'm watching
I'm
this.
watching and I'm worried.
I'm watching, I'm worried, I'm participating,
Yeah.
and
But
I'm
I'm
reaping
worried.
the
Contributing
benefits.
to the
Also,
problem.
have you ever watched The Oval?
No.
It is a Tyler Perry presidential drama.
I need to watch that.
Where they recreated the White House not to scale, so it even like things are off. Someone
Not
gets
to scale.
someone gets decapitated with a samurai sword. At one point, I believe the son has a therapy session with a therapist and comes on her, and she like wipes
What?
her face and is like, "I think our session is done." Like anything that you think you're like, "Oh, that can't be on television." Tyler Perry's like, "I raise you. I'll put it on. I'll put it on TV." At one point, the first lady pushes her daughter out of a car, a moving vehicle, and then they do the exterior. The car is going 0 miles an hour. It's going so slow. It is so incredible.
When did this come out?
A while ago, but there's
Okay.
8,000 episodes because they do like 20 episodes a season, and then they shoot like a page a day,
Yeah.
or like 10 pages a day. I'm so sorry, like 10
It probably
pages a
is
day.
one take. If there's a line
Yes.
flub, it's like
Yes.
cool.
Use it.
They don't
Use
care. Sometimes you see like in mirrors, you'll see like a boom. It's honestly, it's a masterpiece.
I have to say, did you endeavor to watch the new Kelly Rowland, Tyler Perry movie?
No,
I
not
didn't.
yet.
There is no way they did more than 2 takes of any given scene.
No, they don't.
And it was
works.
hugely successful.
Yeah. Acrimony famously had 5 days of principal photography. And then I don't know how many other days they did, but Taraji P. Henson worked for 5 days on that movie.
And was the lead?
Yes. She was in almost every scene.
And like, let's say the script is 100 pages. So that is literally 20 pages.
Yeah. Like they are flying through things. And then there was I can't remember what movie it was. But there was
They come in through paint on the wall.
God.
But apparently, if someone goes, hey, this shot doesn't match the last one you did, Tyler will just go, who's
No one's watching
noticing?
for that.
Oh my
And I'm like,
God.
honestly, I like it.
He goes, how do we distract from that? Can you come on her face?
Just come on her face.
You know what you should do? Come on her face. No one will notice we're still in the kitchen.
That's crazy.
Yes,
To button the
wild.
scene that
Wild.
No, the best is I think her session
I'm
is
pretty sure she did
the
that.
wipe of the eye with just the
It's
middle finger. I think our
nuts.
session is over.
Ugh.
Wow.
And it's so juicy. Everyone's fucking each other. People be dying. Like,
Yeah.
and then there's like, I don't know, 20 series regulars. So
Yeah.
the theme song is so long. And then at the end, they have them all walking, and you're like, this is a football team. This is a lot of people. This is wild. It is outstanding entertainment.
Oh my
Oval.
God.
I need to catch up, but it's fun.
Catch up or just finish it, you mean?
Oh, I think it's still going. There's so many episodes.
Absolutely.
Tony Perry has
Wow.
like 8 shows at the same time at any given moment.
Oh my God.
The hustle.
Respect.
Here's the thing. So the Medea universe you were into.
Yes.
Not so much Lord of the Rings, not so much Star Wars, but a little bit Star Wars.
A little, I get it.
Was there another one?
We did Marvel. Marvel's a lot. You got to do a lot of
It's too
homework to like
much.
understand things.
It's literally 15 times more than anything you just said.
It's
Yeah.
wild. I again understand why people like it.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you guys do Harry Potter?
no, because
No.
we both seen Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
okay.
Oh, so that would be against the rules.
Yeah, because we've seen it. And then
Can we pitch something to you?
Batman.
Oh, Batman.
Not for me.
No. And none of them were for you.
Dark.
Yes, the Joel Schumacher Batman and Robin was for me.
Oh, no, that's the best
good.
one. And it gets so
Love.
disrespected.
It's
It
camp
really
classic.
does. It's so camp.
Yeah.
And I'm like, everyone's like, the 60s is the best one or whatever. And I'm like, that's camp as well. That's just camp not for
It's
me.
just camp.
First of all, if you don't understand that Uma Thurman is doing the greatest work of
She's
anyone's
in a
career,
different movie, and I love it.
I
so
love
good.
it. She's the only one who understood it.
Ugh, it's her like just like dancing around, being like, I put a spell on you. Ugh, it is iconic. George Clooney's line reads are masterful. It is so incredible.
He recently was like interviewed and he was like, yeah, that movie wasn't good. He didn't get it
He
in
should
a way
have been
that
cool.
was
It would have been so cool if he was like, yeah, it's like, I'm pretty proud of it. It's ridiculous.
so
I
disappointing that he
don't
couldn't
like when actors do that, when they like throw the whole movie under the bus, because I'm like, you didn't go to set every day like looking to make a bad thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it didn't cut together well, but you like put work in, and that's
Yeah.
something to be proud of.
Yeah. Dakota Johnson recently, like with Madam Web, kind of not threw it under the bus, but I think she was vocal about understanding and knowing how bad it was. And it was sort of like,
I respect it.
she actually had a point. She was like, I signed up for something that was totally different. In doing this movie, I saw where we're at as an industry, which is that movies are essentially made by committee. It's bad. Execs are not good right now. We are going in a bad direction. And what's scary is it's not just the big movies that happens for anymore. It's also happening with the smaller movies, which is freaky. Like, that's not good. And she
Yeah.
does a lot of indies and a lot of big movies.
No,
and
she-
so if
she
she's
sees it
coming
all.
out and saying that, and she broke her asshole promoting that movie.
Yeah.
Like, she was out on every show.
She was. But dare I say, you did work. I think it's fine to say art by committee doesn't work.
No.
But I think, I don't know, there's a nicer way. Like, it's a movie that people paid money to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a, honestly, this is my I don't think so, honey.
Oh, okay.
But I loved Madam Web.
Okay. I had fun during Madam Web.
I had such a good time.
The last scene?
She looks like the Oracle from The Matrix in the most insane way.
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson looks like the
Yes.
Oracle.
And so the Oracle from the Matrix
Yes.
meets Professor X
Yes.
meets Dakota Johnson.
Yes.
Oh my God. I can't. Why
It's
haven't
the
I seen
only
this?
way to
Yes.
calibrate exactly what that is.
Wow.
And she's so fucking funny in it.
It's like so funny. The line reads are so funny. Sydney Sweeney is in a different movie. Those girls didn't have any sort of chemistry. I was like, you guys send them to some sort of camp to get to know each other.
Yeah.
They didn't talk one time unless the camera was on. And then the villains, all of his dialogue was in ADR.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
It is jarring to see on the big
more
screen.
shocking than you
At
can
one
even know.
point, he is speaking and his mouth is closed, and I yelled, "They didn't finish the movie!"
No. There's full-on parts where his mouth is saying something different than what you're hearing.
Incredible.
And it's like, what? And then I was with my friend and I was like, what do you think happened? And he was like, I think what happened was they realized the movie didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
And they had to make it clearer. Like, we have to know, like, what the villain is doing and what they want.
But also,
so all his lines are like, the reason we're doing this is because
these girls have come to me in my dreams and I will kill them. It was a very strange accent that...
But you nailed it.
Thank you.
It should have been you. That was the only thing that was the problem with the movie was that it wasn't you.
These girls, I have to go get them. And then at one point he's like not wearing shoes, walking in the street. And I'm like, who does that? And then I loved how hard they were like, it's 2003. I had such a fun time.
Another part
that they were
was
very emphatic
for
at the time.
some reason, it takes place like 16 years ago for some
It's a period piece.
21. Carry the one.
But I will say, I know Dakota said she signed up for one thing, but there is a scene where she has blood on her hands and it truly looks like she's like, I guess I'll watch these. Like, I was like, that's on you. That's a choice you made. That's not editing, and that wasn't writing. The blood on your hand. Oh no, girl. So I think
everyone made choices, and everyone's continuing to make choices, and everyone will make choices going forward.
My choices, I'll probably see it again in theaters.
Yeah,
wow.
Sure. If it's still there,
it's on my plane.
Is it?
It was on my plane on the way over. I didn't
so maybe
watch
it's not. I think you'll have fun in the sky.
Okay.
100%.
It's a Sky film for sure.
Yeah, like
great.
Honestly, you could go in and be like, this is a satire, social commentary on the superhero genre, and it's a genius movie.
Oh, yeah.
It literally, like, if you think about it that way, it is a genius movie. But I also just watched Showgirls for the first time, and I was like, boy, oh boy, this is incredible.
Yeah.
Every choice is
aged very well.
It really has.
Yeah.
It feels like it was made yesterday.
Yeah.
I loved it. Elizabeth Berkley's performance is stunning.
Yeah.
And the woman who plays her, like, roommate, I was like, she should be bigger. She should be in everything. In order to have a grounded performance next to Elizabeth Berkley, that is a feat. She's very talented.
Yeah, you're right.
Jennifer Shawn, very good.
Oh, she's so good.
She's so good in
She
it.
understood the assignment.
She really did.
Oh my God.
I like nice tits.
I like nice tits. You like chicken and vegetables? Tastes like dog food. I mean, that is like true camp classic in every intentional way. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't know. People don't have to like shit on movies.
A movie does not have to be perfect.
No.
It's perfect is boring. I feel like you get to have like a nice fantasy adjacent supernatural movie moment in this.
Yes.
Was it fun?
I get to fly.
Yes.
And it's really fucking cool.
Was it on wires?
Yes. I was on wires in a harness, and it was funny because I've worn a harness before and I've flown before.
Sexually,
yes. It's in a big old swing, fuck me daddy. But I'm horny. But I was in the harness and I was like, oh boy, this is pretty uncomfortable. And I feel like I'm tilted forward. Is there any way we can fix that? And he was like, oh, if you're uncomfortable, that means you're safe. And then I immediately thought back to the other harness I was in. I was like deeply comfortable, like swinging around in Romania because that's where I shot the thing. And I was like, did I almost die?
Romania?
Yeah, I was in a Disney commercial, or not Disney, sorry, Nestle commercial. And
Romania was the Nestle commercial.
Yeah, it was a commercial that only aired overseas. And the stunt guy, I remember him saying, he was like, we tested the harness on the biggest man we could find. You are still much bigger, but you will be okay.
The Romanian person was...
Yes. And then they used like fishing wire to move me around. And I was like, this budget is low. But on this, the budget was high.
How high did you fly?
Like pretty fucking high.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like I almost was like 6 feet in the air, but that's like 8.
That's a me.
It felt like I like.
So you were higher than my head.
Like a full story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you were up a full story, like a 10,
probably.
10 feet.
I feel like I was like at the like higher than that ceiling. I was like high.
Damn.
It was like very high up,
and you felt very powerful.
I felt really powerful, but also It's funny. They left in the movie, like my little feet go out because the harness didn't allow me to like close my legs and look because I'm fat. But I think it looks funny.
It just
and
looked
I
like
love
you
it.
had the power to levitate.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, it was really cool. And then I did have like a monologue to say in the sky.
Yes.
So I did it a couple times. And then there was a time where I was like, I might pass out because it's like pressing on my diaphragm. And I was like, can I come down for a second?
And they were like,
everyone was
no.
like, yes. And I don't know why I thought they'd be like, no. But it's like not that hard. You just lower me.
Right.
Yeah, and like take a minute. And then they had like little apple boxes for me immediately. It was really cool.
Yeah.
But
I felt taken care of.
You felt taken care of. Good. But it's like, I imagine it's that you feel like you are a consummate professional. You know how to like plug into different situations in your various jobs. But then for this, it was like, that's a funny monologue too, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Because the joke that I remember is like, now like so Nicole plays the president of the American Society for Magical Negroes, and she is basically saying that like we do important work, and in our work we have raised our life expectancy to what is it, to that of a white non-smoker.
White non-smokers,
white
yes.
non-smokers. That was a monologue?
Yeah.
It's a funny monologue, but that's a long one.
Yeah, it was pretty long. And it was tough to do in a harness. And then I was standing on a little base for some of it for multiple takes.
Yeah.
And then I got to improvise. And at one point I have to like climb up a ladder, and that was fun to play with that physicality. It was just really fun. And the director Kobe just like trusted me to bring what I wanted to bring.
Seems cool.
Yeah. And then we like molded it from there. It was fun. And Justice is adorable.
Justice is so cute.
He's so wonderful.
David Alan Grier.
David Alan Grier
Legend.
is so kind and nice.
That's a real legend
Such
right
a
there.
fucking hero.
Yeah, I really, really like him. At the rap party, there was like, light food and whatnot. You could have ordered something, and I didn't realize that. And he ordered a pizza, and he only ate half of it. And he's like, all right, I'm getting out of here. And I was like, all right, bye, David. It's so good to see you. Would it be weird if I ate the rest of your pizza? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna.
Why would that be weird?
Because we weren't sitting at the same table. I don't know what he did to that pizza, but I chowed down on it.
Yeah.
Also, I'm taking someone's leftovers. Like,
I mean, if he's not going to take them, I feel like at that point it's family style.
All right.
It's family style. It's
You
a
were
rap
above board.
party.
You were above board. I feel.
It's not. It's a rap party. The rules are a little massaged. It's like
The rap parties are only coming back now. Like, you know what's funny? Like, the thing I'm shooting right now, it's the very first time ever that I've done something where people aren't wearing masks on set.
Oh.
It's so different.
It is different.
Yeah, it's very different.
And you get to know people more.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you feel more connected.
Yeah.
What are you shooting? Can you say?
Yeah, I'm shooting this series on Netflix called No Good Deed.
Ooh.
It's fun. And you know what's funny, too? A lot of the people that are on this crew were on the last show I was on.
Oh,
and I didn't.
Oh,
because
yeah,
of
you
the
didn't
mask.
recognize because of the mask.
I had never seen their bottom face. And so, like, suddenly I'm like, oh, wow. Like, I didn't realize how, like, impersonal it all.
Yeah.
Obviously, we did. But, like, it really stopped that thing that's fun about being on a set. You know, like.
Yeah. I mean, we spoil ourselves at work because it's like, you see the same people every week. And
Yeah, you're very spoiled.
Very spoiled.
You're very spoiled.
You're very spoiled.
Oh no!
You're so spoiled.
Very spoiled.
Oh, wow, I kind of like
Is
this.
Nailed It still on?
You can't say it. It's right. We'll cut this
you
out.
can log into Netflix and watch it. I don't know if it's coming back. I simply
you
don't
literally
know.
don't know.
You literally
No,
don't know?
I don't know. I would love for it to come back.
Yeah,
I feel like people still like it. I do love getting paid, but also it is a fun job. Like,
yeah, it looks so
is.
fun.
Genuinely a fun job, and I do like doing it. I love Jacques Torres. Also, it's really fun to like figure out how contestants are going to take me in.
And you think at this point, like, they don't already like have an idea of how to take you in?
Well, they cut out me saying fuck and like stuff like that. Like sometimes I'll read the prompter and be like, well, fuckity fuck. And then they'll be like, you're a real lunatic. And I'm like, yes, I know. But yeah, I just try to like make sure we're all having fun.
Yeah,
and
it is so fun.
I like doing it.
I think I was supposed to do a Nailed It holiday thing and then it got canceled or something.
No.
Like I was not, I was supposed to do it and then like something didn't happen. I'm
The
like having like a
Halloween
flashback.
ones?
Oh,
Maybe?
Yeah.
You do special Nailed It's, right?
We do.
The holiday
And we
specials.
only did like 4 episodes. We were supposed to do 6.
Okay, maybe that was
There you go.
Yeah, a little kerfuffle happened.
Sure.
the Pandemica?
No, something else. Sure. You do get like the sweetest like people coming through though. Like I really you do like immediately like they endear themselves to you. As you
Casting is very good at what they do. Like they're really great at finding just like very nice, sweet people who don't take themselves too seriously. I don't think we've had any contestants who are really like bummed about things. They're just like, I just came for fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's give it up for casting people in general, because I'm thinking about this in terms of dating. And I'm like, why can't I find a single normal guy? I've been on a casting job for years at this point. Yeah. To be like, I just want a guy who's this, this, and this. Not so much to ask for. These are people who professionally do this for like en masse. Yes. Like we need this many people of this type. Yeah. Let's go out in the world and find them.
It's wild. And then when you watch something, you're like, oh my God, the chemistry is off the chart. Like, I just watched Goodfellas. I know, very late on it. No, but whoever cast that, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Great movie. Everybody is spot on. It is so good. I know. And there's so many characters.
So many characters. Who's one of the wives? One of the
Lorraine Bracco.
Yes.
She
my God.
is fucking incredible.
For it.
Yes, that's right.
She lost to Ghost, Whoopi Goldberg that year.
Yeah.
Which I really love Oda Mae Brown.
Yeah, I mean, come on. You know Davine Joy Randolph played Oda Mae Brown on Broadway.
Yes.
In
oh my God.
And she was incredible.
She was nominated for a Tony Award. Yeah, and she said, she was on Watch What Happens Live, and he asked this question, like, he does this game sometimes, like, have you met them? And went through a bunch of famous people, and he was like, asked about Beyonce.
Oh, Beyonce.
And Davine was like, yes, Beyonce and Jay-Z came to Ghost.
Wow.
And afterwards, they came back, and I met Beyonce and Jay-Z. And I guess, like, it's just like, you just wouldn't expect to see them at, like,
a Broadway
Ghost
show
on Broadway.
I mean, if you love the movie, you got to see the musical.
Guess. Could you see Beyonce and Jay? Beyonce walks into Jay-Z's like room, knock, knock, knock. Hey, babe, I want to go see Ghost.
Babe,
yeah, for sure.
Did you see Ghost is on Broadway, and I would like to see it. We can leave Blue with a babysitter. I would love to hear the conversation.
The planning for Ghost.
Right? Oh my God.
That's beautiful.
Okay, listen. Do you guys know Ghost? You know the story of Ghost?
Yeah. I love Ghost.
I want to do a sequel to Ghost where I play Oda Mae Brown's daughter, where we don't know that Carl had like a son or whatever. I'm dating Carl's son, who's only dating me to get to Oda Mae because he knows that Oda Mae had something to do with Carl's death.
Oh my
And then kills Oda Mae. Oda Mae takes Patrick Swayze's part, and then we have to go find Molly to let her know that Carl's son is on his way to kill her. It's a perfect second fucking beat.
Oh my God.
And I want Paramount to give me
You have thought about it, and you have a pitch.
You have a pitch.
In fact, you just did it.
Oh.
I bought it in the room.
Thank you.
And you don't need Swayze to do it.
Hey, I'm looking at our Focus Features. We need to get Focus Features on the phone with Paramount.
Yeah, what the hell? Because if you don't want it, Searchlight does.
Searchlight does.
I'm telling you that right now.
Disney does.
Oh, period.
I
have to
This is how movies work.
Yeah, you say it on a podcast. And then Mr. Paramount goes, that was a good idea.
They listen to this.
Might as well commission. I don't know why
Nicole.
Mr. Paramount is Southern.
Yeah, he's like, he sounds rough.
I said. Oh, I gotta get that movie.
Ghost is good, though. I mean, wow,
it's
what a
my
film.
favorite fucking movie.
Is it your favorite movie?
That, My Cousin Vinny, and House Guest.
Have you met Whoopi? You've been on The View.
Yes.
She's such a delight.
She's great. She's so nice. She's one of those people where it's like, meet your heroes.
Yeah.
It is a meet your heroes moment. And she I think she does a really good job of like keeping up with like the youth. Mm-hmm. I think she really studied like our little generation of comedians. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think she's proud of us.
Yeah.
That's the sense I get.
When I did it, she referenced something that I had done. I was like, you've watched me? Because I grew up watching Ghost, and I always thought Ghost was a rom-com because there is romance.
There's romance. And
she's so funny in it.
Yeah.
The bank scene still makes me laugh. And she's like, who are you talking to? It's just so, and then the pink outfit. Yeah. And then when she gives the check to the nun and the nun.
It's so cool that that's an Oscar-winning performance.
Yes.
Absolutely. I mean, Molly, you in Danger Girl. You just accept it as part of the culture, but it had to be created.
It had to be created by Whoopi. She would never do it anymore, but she was one of the great Oscar hosts.
Yes. I think she would do it again if it was a thing that was possible.
Right.
I think she's just in New York every day doing The View.
Yeah.
I feel like with award shows, we stopped doing big ideas. like big swings.
Yeah.
Like there's maybe it was the Tonys, I don't remember, but Whoopi like came out of the ceiling.
It was the Oscars.
Oh,
She was doing
and she was-
Sexy Beast. She
yes,
was doing. Or no, she
like-
wasn't doing Sexy Beast. But
Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
Come and
Moulin
get me,
Rouge.
boys.
But then she went, I am the Sexy Beast. Yeah.
Like
She was so good.
It's so fun when people take big swings
Yeah.
and have like a nice time.
But I think like big swings and internet culture don't go well together. But you would think they
No.
would.
Yes.
It's not like they care about internet culture now because it's like he came out and did a monologue, Kimmel. I mean, like it was good, but it wasn't like they were trying to get Gen Z with it.
I know.
Which I thought was a good thing.
It's a great
like,
move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm all for big swings, but don't let the big swing so swingy that it feels try hard.
Yeah.
Like still
Yeah.
be the Oscars,
Yes.
but give me Whoopi coming from the ceiling.
Yeah. Or like a Hugh Jackman doing a musical number. Or like, I don't know, like fun, big.
Yeah.
Give me a set.
Yeah.
In your experience of hosting award shows as a seasoned award show host, are you like, is that where you're going to lead with going forward? Or is this something you've learned? Like, I feel like I wasn't given the latitude to take a big swing.
I'll always sell a joke, whether I like it or not. If someone higher
Professional.
up than me really, really likes it, I will sell the
You're
fuck out of
so
it.
good to do that.
Well-
I don't think I'm like, I don't want to say that.
Well, also,
Spoiled.
it's like
Very
once
spoiled.
you're there,
Yeah.
and if you can beat that joke, beat the joke.
Right.
But if you can't,
Just
sell
say
the
it.
joke.
Yeah.
You
Don't
were
bail
hired-
on it if you have nothing better.
No, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah,
and then
it
it's like,
sucks.
you weren't the only one writing it. There's other
Totally.
people writing it. You're going to throw them under that's not nice.
I have it on good
yeah.
authority that
Oh,
so
no.
they all the presenter bits are written, right?
Mhm.
Like, but one of the Oscar presenter bits
yeah.
was like written by the people doing it, and it didn't go well.
Ooh.
And it was like, and they say like, do the bits, like, and they pitch them a lot of bits,
Mhm.
and like, there's a lot of options on the table, but people really think they can do it better,
Mhm.
and then. If you're not there actually marinating in it and really understanding how it's going to feel in the room, you can't, it doesn't really matter who you
might
are.
not
Like
know
if you go
better.
up there and do something that's just not in the tone or of the vibe of what's happening, like it's not going to go great.
No.
I just also like, I'm not someone who can co-sign on like, I'm going into this thing where there's a bunch of writers.
Who've been working on it
And
for weeks.
supersede.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's been their job, and
Yeah.
like I'm gonna do my own thing.
Right.
Like if you're not good enough to execute what they're doing, or if you feel above it, like that's the issue.
Yeah. Like at the Emmys, they had me bite into a Emmy-shaped cake. And did I want to eat a bunch of fondant? No.
Yeah.
But I was like, I see where this is. I'm going to get it all over my dress. It's going to crumble on the floor. It's going to be cute. It'll be funny. And it killed. It crushed.
Oh, great.
All I had to do was
Yeah.
like really commit to like being like, this wasn't good.
Good chomping.
But you didn't have to get talked too much into that, did you?
No.
Yeah.
You know, I will
Because you're a
never-
pro.
Are you kidding? I'm not thinking. I'm not getting paid.
No.
You want me to beat your joke and not get paid for it? No.
Because also that's work for you.
No.
Yeah.
I got to sit at home and be like, what's funnier than this joke about Ladybird? No. I'll do it.
Do it.
That is
kill
the
it.
perfect perspective.
You'll sell it.
Yeah, why not? What's the harm in it? Even if you don't like it, whatever.
Just give me that piece of cake.
Who cares? Give me the cake and let me eat it.
Let me ruin the dress. I
me
guess
get
that's the only thing that would rub me is just like, oh, this is gonna ruin my gown.
My luck.
That's fine. The network paid for it. I'll get that shit dry cleaned if I want. Like, what? No.
Wow.
I'm also not vain like that.
Yeah.
Like, I'll look pretty, but like, I'll get nasty for a bit. I don't care.
I still remember your Emmys look from a few years ago. It was purple with the puffs. Was
Yeah.
it purple? I'm
nice.
colorblind.
It's blue. It's blue
No,
purple?
no, it was purple.
It was purple.
It was
Not me getting a color
Siriano,
right.
and
Oh yeah.
I said I wanted to wear purple, and he made this like. I didn't even see the sketches. I just saw. I was told, "Don't worry about it."
Okay.
And then Marco brought me this dress, and I cried. I had never put on something so pretty, and as a fat woman, like you just don't get to wear beautiful things like that. And it is on tour. It's like in a museum. It
Really?
tours.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And I wish I had
Like
it.
as part of a Christian collection.
Yeah, Siriano
That's
has like
amazing.
a bunch of dresses that go around and are in museums. And it was in FIT for a little bit. I think it was in New Orleans for a little bit. So it is an iconic. It was such a pretty dress.
Yeah,
It
it
tells
really
you that
was.
he really prizes it.
Yeah.
Like it's a huge, like he's very proud of that.
It feels so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He is a really he's in the culture, man.
Oh,
yeah.
He is a
He's
pop
big
culture
in the
icon.
culture.
Yes.
You know, I have not met him outside of this one thing, but Bowen and I were at the GLAAD Awards last year, and they did like an auction, and they were auctioning off a reading with Tyler Henry, Hollywood Medium, who I call Twink Psychic.
And Matt loves him.
I love him, and they were like, it was like, you will get an exclusive reading with Tyler. And I was like, oh my God. And so they started the bidding high, but I was like, I'm going for it. I was like, I had the opportunity. And so I raised the paddle, and it was like, all of a sudden it was like looking like I was going to win. And then someone from over across the room is going. So Bowen says, I'll split it with you. Keep going. So we keep going. Suddenly, it's a battle between me and Bowen and Christian Siriano.
And it was cute. It was actually very cute.
He sort of got up at his chair and
did.
stared us down. But he won. We backed off because it literally, I think it went for like 30 grand.
Yeah.
Oh
we were
my
like, we got to tap
God.
out.
It was insane. I think our hands were in the air for this crazy amount of money to the point where we were like, what's happening?
What are we doing?
But then I said to myself, we're going to split it. It's for an amazing cause, et cetera, And then we lost, and I was fine. And I hope his reading was great.
Yes.
He should come on the show and
He
talk
should come
about
on the
the
show and
reading.
talk about the reading. We would love to have
Why
him.
don't
to
you
have Christian.
have Tyler, the Hollywood Medium, come on the show and give you guys a reading?
He seems like someone who is...
I would be down for that.
I'd be so down for that, but there's something about him that I'm like, I'm really intimidated, and like, I don't know. I would feel so crazy to reach out to him and be like, hey, I host a podcast.
You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to reach out.
Okay.
Do it.
But here's the thing. Have you ever had like a psychic reading?
yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
Has it gone good?
Yeah, I have one person that I've been to only one time, but I will go back. They told me a conversation that I had with my sister the day before, and then told me what I should say to her. I said it to her, and she responded with, I really needed to hear that.
Whoa.
They predicted something would happen. It happened. I didn't know what it was. He didn't know what it was, but it was like a big thing that happened. And then another thing that he said was going to happen just happened. And I was like,
we're going back.
Okay, gotta go back. Gotta figure some shit out.
Wow.
Love him. And then I just saw this other lady whose name escapes me. But she said some stuff.
It was Lorelai.
It was Lorelai Gilmore. And she spoke so fast I didn't get it.
Yeah. Is that Paladino patter?
But yeah, I love them. I just paid for a psychic reading for my dog.
Wait, dog psychic.
I
Dog
want to know
psychic.
what he's thinking.
All right. I've heard that these people are legit.
Are legit.
Okay.
They really are.
I'm excited.
I was going to get one
For
a
our
few years
friend.
ago. A friend, but the dog is
dog
sadly
has since
passed.
passed.
But I always wanted to get a dog psychic reading because I always wanted to know.
But maybe
what
they
she
could
was
talk to the
thinking.
dog from beyond.
That's a great
I don't know.
gift.
I'll maybe I'll broach that subject. I don't know. It might be sensitive.
It might be sensitive.
But
Oh yeah, don't. Never mind. That's terrible.
I
my
never really bought the psychic thing. I always said it was fun. And then we went last year. I had gone
Oh
through
my
like a
God.
kind of like traumatic breakup. And Bowen and our friend Patrick took me to go see the psychic. And the psychic sends Bowen and my friend Patrick out of the room like, you need to leave.
Into the freezing cold.
Oh my God.
So I hadn't heard from like a person in
Sure.
like weeks. And I thought I never would again. And the psychic looks at me and goes, he's going to call you. And I was like, I don't think he is. Nicole, my phone rang. And it was that person.
Where was this? In New York?
In New York.
Will you give me their name?
No,
because then that person,
have a good
then I
ending.
got scammed.
He was a full scam
So
artist,
once
but yeah.
that happened, it opened the door to me, of course, believing anything she said. Because why wouldn't I? She had literally...
Was that just like dumb luck?
I don't know. So then I went to my therapist. So then after that happened, she then starts to like be like, now I need this amount of money from you so I can be your spiritual guide because you know I'm for real.
Okay.
I, of course, gave her all that money, which was the worst. This is how traumatized I was.
Okay.
So then I'm leaving and I'm feeling like sick to my stomach. And I call Bowen and I'm like, this just happened. I am in a really bad place. I can't believe I'm in this. He goes, I don't like this. Like you were like,
She got
over
me
it.
a little bit. She got me to pay like $500 for a chakra reset, and I felt nothing.
He immediately felt like he got. I
got
was like,
got.
more than
Oh,
once, a lot
no.
more. So then he goes, I don't like this, and I think you need to stop talking to her. I hang up the phone. She calls, and she goes, I know that you're feeling doubts.
Did she have like a wiretap? Like what the fuck?
Well, then I started to think that Bowen and my friend Patrick were in a conspiracy with the psychic. and this other
You
person
never told me this.
to extort money from me.
Oh my God.
If you were me, you wouldn't have thought that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because we walked into this psychic who I didn't know, but my friends knew, and I was like, are they?
Patrick knew. I did not know.
I was like,
him.
are they working me?
Her.
Oh my, are they working me?
I was like, I thought that one of the most logical explanations in a world where like psychics aren't real, the logical explanation was, oh, they're after me. My good sisters.
I fucking hate this lady even more because she made you think that I was like plotting against you.
I literally, it was a moment, it was a temporary moment that I had, and I was doing so badly.
How are we connecting the dots? How did that man call you after she was like, he's gonna call you? How did she know?
The only explanation is that she actually has this psychic gift. Because then I literally thought to myself, is my psychic in with this person who I was introduced to by my friend who was there? And I was just like, is this a conspiracy?
Give me her name.
I will give you her name.
I want to see her.
Because I'm telling you who also might go back. Me.
No, you guys.
I might go back.
If you go back.
I love it.
No,
I hope
you
10 years from now
Look how
we're in a
upset
documentary
Bowen
and we're like, it seemed like a good idea at the time. I gave her all my money.
Literally, it was enough money for my accountant at the end of the year to be like, hey, who's this? And why was this right? And I was like, it was right. It was a personal expense.
Psychic. That's
why.
wild.
And so then I went to my therapist
God.
and I was like, hey, are psychics real? And my therapist was like, I do believe that they do have a gift. I think they have a heightened sense. Like the way anyone has like.
Yes. But they pair that
Intuition.
gift with an intuition to
Grifter.
To scam.
To take money.
So I think that, yes, what you're saying is like, it goes so far. And then on top of that, they utilize the fact that they're able to get into someone emotionally to then say things like, I need to now do spiritual work on you. It's going to cost X amount. And then he was like, she was like, I need to do spiritual work on X amount of other people. And before I left, she told me something like, don't trust one of your friends.
See, this is the fucking thing that...
Because that's what they do. They try to cut you off
the
with
way,
people that might talk you
and
out
that's
of
like
it.
cult. That's like a cult abuser
It
behavior.
is.
100%.
Give me her info.
Nicole. Also,
I'm so excited.
We talked about her on this podcast for a couple episodes, and multiple people reached out to me to be like, "Is it this person?" And I was like,
and it
"Yes."
Whoa.
So, and she has a reputation for fucking scamming.
And I know I paid for her Disney trip.
I love that.
So she goes to me. She's
I
like,
love that.
she goes. I'm gonna follow up with you in like 2 weeks. And she goes, oh, actually, I can't go that week because I'm actually taking my kids to Disney. She lives in like,
Williamsburg.
in her like
Studio.
Let's just say this.
I'm
It
obsessed
didn't look
with
like she had
her.
expendable income to go do the Disney trip, unless
You paid.
Does she
I had
do,
paid for
does she
it.
do Zoom sessions?
no, I'm not doing that.
I want her info,
Nicole.
please.
Because here's the thing, honestly, Nicole, Bowen aside right now, if you do engage with her, I want you to go in.
Thank you.
But it seems like you found a good guy who is.
I
seems
love him.
solid.
He's great. At one point, I was trying to say something. And he's like, "You're a witch," and I was like, "Yes, that's what I was gonna say." And he was like, "Yeah, I wrote it down right here," and it was like already written. And it was like wild.
Wow.
Because I am a witch. I make things happen. It's wild.
I see
Are
that.
you a manifestor, or you do believe you have actual
No, I like
witchy
make
ability?
things happen
Bruja.
when I'm like in peril. When I was in Greece, I was at this like beach club, and it was like the hottest day of the year. And we asked the cab driver if the cab would come back and get us. I was with my friend Mono, and he could corroborate this. And the cab driver's like, "No one's gonna come get you. It's too far out." And we were like, "Okay," but he's like, "There's a bus stop that's like a 10-minute walk." And we said, "Okay." So we were walking, and it's truly so hot.
Yeah.
And we were so drained, and like the sand was burning our toes, and like Mono was miserable and I was miserable, and there was like a couple cars passing, but really no cars. And I was like, "Doesn't anyone hitchhike here?" And he was like, "I don't know, Nicole." And I was like, "Okay." And then I was like, a car's gonna stop and we're gonna get in it. And then a car stopped. This lady goes, "Where y'all going?" Or not y'all, it was Greece. She was like, "Where?" I can't do a Greek accent. She was like, "Where you going?"
That's it.
And-
That's it. That was it.
She asked us where we were going. We said the bus stop. And she's like, "But then where after?" And we were like, "Oh, we're going back to the boat." And she's like, "Well, I'll just take you." And Mono was like, "Do you?" And I was like, I'm already in the car. And then we got in the car. There was other people walking on the road that she did not stop for.
Wow.
And then she took us all all the way to the boats, and it was really lovely. And Mono was like, that's really wild that you said, doesn't anyone hitchhike here? And then a car stopped because he's like, I don't think people hitchhike here. But yeah, I made that car appear. I refuse to believe differently.
I think, I believe you have the gift. I don't think you need to reach out to the specific person.
I would like to.
Why?
I want to know how to harness my gift further. I would like to know
I get that.
when and where I'm meeting a man.
Yes.
When and where I'll get to suck a dick again.
Yes.
When and where I'll get deep dicked. When and where I'll get my back blown out. When and where I'll get my titties sucked on.
So you want specific granular details on when.
I want longitude and latitude.
You want longitude, latitude, when specific.
Latitude. Oh my God.
What I loved about her too is she gave drama. Like one time, like again, I'm devastated. It's the lowest I've ever been. And so is that true? Sort of. So then I go back and she goes to shuffle her cards because it's the tarot cards. And as she's shuffling, she just starts to shake her head and she goes, "It's bad. It's really bad." And I'm like, "Really?" She goes, "There is darkness." And she's just like doing the cards, like, and she's just giving so much. She's giving like the cuntiest performance. She's just like, ugh, it's so good.
Is she a white lady?
No.
Okay.
It's ethnically ambiguous.
Sure, we love to see it.
And I'm going to call her Latina.
Okay.
The way she kicked me and Patrick out was also so dramatic.
You out. You guys got to go.
I don't like your energy.
She goes, it's too much energy. She goes, I need him alone. I was like, and they go, are you okay? I was like,
this lady.
I'm good. I was not.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Tell her we say hello. No. Tell her we say hello and then we're on to her.
Do not tell her I sent you. Because you know what? She'll know.
She will know.
You're going to walk in. She's going to be like this. Yeah, I've been waiting. Sit down. She goes, I heard you were talking shit
on a podcast.
I need this.
She goes, I heard you were talking shit on that Faggots podcast.
And I'll say, don't say that word.
And she'll say,
wait a minute. This is good fodder for an idea that we have.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
That actually is good.
What, for like a movie or a TV show? Because you should write it. It's really iconic. It's real. I
literally almost did write a script about like someone who gets fucked over like a long con by their friends in a relationship and a psychic, and like they all leave town and like he's got no money and like he finds them and Kill Bills them.
Oh, I just killed my ex. No.
That performance at the Grammys was fun.
This is amazing.
That was so fun. That was a big swing.
Are you as a fan?
I like her. I like her
a lot.
I like that she lies.
Yeah.
Have you like seen like the deep dive in like her lies?
She lies?
She'll tweet things where she'll be like, I don't have a TV. And then someone will be like, here's a picture of you in a TV.
When I met her.
Like very silly things.
Like little lies. She was like, I don't leave the house. And I was like, I feel like that can't be true.
Well, you met her out of the house, right?
I met her out of the house.
So that's how you know that's not true.
I don't leave the house.
Like,
I love it. I love people who tell little lies that you could like just disprove. That's like that Instagram man who was like, I can't remember his name, but he was like, oh, I trained with monks or something. He's like, he gives advice, but then someone was like, well, here's your TikTok from Brooklyn at the time that you said you were with the monks. Like, it's fun. I love when people lie.
Yeah. Because it gives you, but you just have to catch them in the line and make it fun.
Yes.
You have to get the ball rolling. Yeah.
Otherwise, not good.
I don't know. Don't love liars.
But a little one?
I guess if
like
it's
saying
like harmless, like like I don't know.
What's a harmless lie?
What's a harmless lie? Like
we harmlessly lie.
I ate breakfast.
Yeah, that's funny. And if you do that after, that's
I eat pancakes every day.
That's a funny lie.
That's a funny lie.
Or like, I've never seen an orange before.
Yeah.
Oh, like,
come on, huh?
You have.
How's your fountain?
Honestly, better. I found a really nice man who comes and cleans it.
How often?
Alejandro. Once a month.
That's really frequent. That's good.
Well, you have to, otherwise water gets stagnant and then it starts a stinking and then the mosquitoes come and they sting you.
Bite you.
Oh,
100%. Did you inherit the fountain or install the fountain?
I inherited the fountain.
Okay, so you wouldn't choose to live this life?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Is the fountain in front of your home?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's very much a centerpiece.
On display.
Yeah. No,
okay.
I think it's nice.
Therefore, Alejandro has to come and...
Yeah. And birds sometimes take baths there. And one bird passed away.
Oh.
I was like, what's there? And I was like, bones?
It got down to the bone?
Yeah.
So you
It's
just
not
let it
funny.
sit and decompose.
Well, I just hadn't.
It's not funny. It's the circle of life.
You let feather and flesh go into
Well, no,
the
there
drip?
were still feathers, but I could see the bone. But it's indirect sunlight.
Oh.
And
it's
I
cooking.
think it just I got roasted.
Oh.
But then I was like, what happened to that bird? Why was it so sick?
It's dying.
Oh.
I want to say, literally, you're talking about this dead bird, and most of it, I'm still stuck on the psychic because I do want to say I am afraid of her.
Sure.
But I will say what's putting me at ease is she did tell me at the end of one session, she goes, I want you to know I don't do any dark magic.
Okay.
So then that's her way of saying that she does dark magic.
I need her information.
She's a liar.
I could give you her number.
Please.
No, I don't. Because here's what's not going to happen. I'm not going to give you her number. I'm going to tell you who she is and where you can find her. And I just want you to walk in.
Great.
Just walk in.
Great. I will do that.
Next time you're in New York.
I will do that. I will make a special trip just to see her.
Bring a friend. Bring Sashir or something.
Okay.
And if she's worth her salt, she will know ahead of time
That I've come.
that you've come for
I've
her.
been told.
But I feel like you'll be the me that goes in and goes all the way with the psychic, and in 6 months you're in a relationship, and Sashir will be like, Bowen will be like,
This is bad. I can't wait.
If she kicks Sashir out, then that's a huge red flag, scarlet banner.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Scarlet
I'm so
banner.
excited for this journey for
I
me.
kind of, you know what I really want to do, and I might have you do with me after this, is just walk into a psychic on Hollywood Boulevard.
Okay.
No.
He doesn't want to.
You should do it.
Bowen doesn't believe in the
I'm going to
witchcraft
give
and
you
wizardry.
this man's name, and I think
Okay.
you'll like him.
Did you guys ever know Farrah Brooke, the comedian?
Yes.
She had a podcast called Psychic Hotline $1 a Minute.
Oh yeah.
And she would have a guest on, and you guys would both she would have her and the guest call a psychic hotline, and it was
That's
an amazing
fun.
idea.
It was good.
But I went on one time, and this woman just lied about everything to me.
Yep.
She's
What did she say?
you're going to move in with someone by September.
Oh.
You're going to meet someone in August, and then by September you'll move in. I was like, oh my
That's
God,
so
that sounds so
quick.
quick.
This was 2018.
16 or something,
Yeah.
and nothing happened.
Oh.
Nothing happened.
I don't believe in phone psychic.
Really?
No, because I called the phone psychic. So another thing about this psychic is I dealt with the psychic and then got obsessed and contacted 3 other ones to cross-reference.
This
and I
is
have
so
to say,
fun.
I know. So 2 of them, it all checked out. Then the last one, I was on the phone, and she goes, "Congratulations, this is the year you buy a home." And I was just like, "Okay." That did not happen.
Did not happen.
She goes, "There's no one in your life that you're worried about." I was like, "No, that's not true."
That's not true for
She
anybody.
goes, "Things are going great in your love life. It's your career that's in shambles." I was like, "That's actually opposite."
Yeah, Diva.
I was just like,
Your career's
okay.
in shambles.
And then I said to myself, I was like, do I hang up or should I just keep listening? But I'm not
You're too
rude
polite.
enough. I'm too polite.
See, this
I
is how
love
you got
it.
ensnared,
It's all right.
is
You're
because
right.
you're so polite.
In New Orleans, I saw this street psychic. I was wearing bright red sunglasses with stars and moons, a gold skirt, a shirt with a dinosaur on it, a weird jacket. I looked unhinged. My
Yes.
hair was braided down to my butt, and I walked up and I was like, I want a reading, and they were like, okay.
They were like,
And then-
hell yeah.
Well, I sit down, they go, you don't like attention, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm dressed like
see what I
the
wear?
most insane person
I
in
can't
New
believe
Orleans.
that was their, they saw you, met you.
a minute.
You sat down and they said, you don't like attention, huh?
Mateo was like, what is happening? He's like, this lady's wrong. And then I bought a $500 pig painting that has glitter on it. It's not.
Because you hate attention.
So you got something good out of it.
Yeah, I paid too much. I didn't realize you had to haggle. She said 500 and I said, okay.
Oh, you
and then
didn't-
Mateo was like, that lady never thought you were going to buy that for me. She's like, I'll ship it to you. I'll
goes,
overnight it for you. And she was like,
She took the money and threw herself under a table.
And you paid her
She's like, I'm
$500?
I paid her $500
That's great. And then
US
she probably
dollars.
had a great day.
I still have the painting. It's my first piece of art, and boy, oh boy, is it silly.
500 for original art, handmade art, bargain.
Yeah, honestly.
I will say, the skill level.
Questionable.
I think a child could have done it. There's literal glitter on it. It's just like a pig, not at any sort of like perspective, with like little legs.
Not at any
And then just like the background is like, yeah. It looks like if Lisa Frank maybe got really sick and had long COVID. And like she was like, gotta get another pig out there. It's tough.
Got long COVID.
Lisa Frank got long COVID.
Oh, I loved your special, your crowd work special, by the way. It was so good. I watched the whole thing and I was eating breakfast. I was like, just sat there the whole time. I was like, this is so fucking
Well, you're
funny.
the best in the biz. You know it.
Thank you. Your George Santos is funny.
Oh, we don't have to do this back and forth. That's very. I just came to me that.
And you're funny. I love that for you.
I was like,
No, we're
And I
not
was
doing
very upset that it did not come back for season 2, even though the whole season was written. Should we cut that out?
yeah, but now you know what I heard? Not dead again.
Really?
Like, not necessarily dead.
Amazing.
Wild.
After the reading, they did a
I
larger.
guess so. Yeah, like I heard potentially
really
there's
wanted to come
there's
to
life
that.
in her yet.
I wanted to come to. Did it
By the
go
way,
well?
did you hear about what happened to Jenifer
Jenifer.
Lewis?
No, what
Is she
happened?
okay.
She's okay now, but so I had spoken to her
Wait,
last year.
what happened?
She is okay, and I'm going to tell you what
I
happened.
genuinely love her.
I'm
No,
so
she's
scared.
a legend and a friend. And so like I had spoken to her last year and she told me that she was like going through a health thing, but that she was fine and that she didn't really want anyone talking about it. So she didn't want to get into it, but we talk about it later. And so I remember like we never reconnected again about that. But just the other day, there was a interview with her and Robin Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
So last year, I guess, after I Love That For You, like wrapped and had come out and like everything, she went on a long vacation. She loves to travel. Like that's her thing. Like she always says, like, I didn't get married. She's like, I'm married to traveling. I'm married to nature. Like that's my life. And so she took the woman who had co-written her autobiography, her last book, Stepping in My Joy in These Streets. This was post her getting the Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame, and I had just seen her. So she goes on this long vacation with this friend. I guess they got to the Serengeti, and they had seen like gorillas. They had like done all this cool shit. Like it was like the 6 or 7 stop on her world trip, and she goes in her like hotel or like her room at like this like I guess like resort in the Serengeti where it's like elevated, and I guess there was like an infinity pool that had no sides.
Oh,
so
no,
basically
no.
it was like there was a 10-foot drop off the infinity
Oh
pool.
my God, no.
And it was pitch dark. So in the Serengeti, when the lights go down, it gets very pitch black. So she described in this interview with Robin Roberts, like she wasn't given a tour of the space. She goes out, she's like in Africa, she's like, enjoying herself. She walks and just falls off the side 10 feet into like a rocky, dry ravine. Her shoulder and hip take the impact. She breaks her femur, which is the largest bone in your body. She's laying there. It's pitch black in, I'll say again, the middle of the Serengeti.
Yeah.
So she somehow musters up. She says it was difficult to even take a big breath to scream. That's how she described it. She called out for her friend Lori. She screamed like, Lori, thank God she heard her. Because literally Jenifer Lewis says in the interview, she goes, the last thing I heard was a lion roar. And she made a joke. She goes, and she thought, what a headline. The king ate the queen. And like laughed her Jenifer Lewis laugh. But it was like
That's a good joke.
months of rehabilitation.
Oh my God.
And she kept it a total secret. The only person that knew was her friend, because she said she didn't want to call back and like tell anyone in her family, like, I'm in the hospital in the Serengeti. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Yeah, because then everyone's like worried and then you have to field that. And
They had to
oh my
airlift her out of there.
God. Oh my God.
Like they took her to the hospital, then they had to airlift her out of there. Like it was a nightmare.
That's awful.
And then they showed footage of her like rehabilitating. Like she is a superhero.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a legend and an icon. And I just
Wow.
couldn't believe how strong she had to be to like not only survive that, but then get up from that.
Yes.
She says she's writing another book about it. She
Of
says it's
course
going to be
she
called
is.
Get Up. I mean, like, and then of course, like the end of the interview with Robin Roberts is like Jenifer getting on the piano and being like, I fell in the jungle.
I love her so much.
It's the craziest story.
It's the wildest story.
I'm literally watching it. My jaw is on the ground. It's like a 20-minute interview with Robin Roberts. And she didn't tell anyone.
That's so wild.
I just thought she had a health concern. I didn't know it was an actual
near-death experience
with wild animals in the Serengeti. Can you imagine?
No.
And by the way, video of the whole thing.
What?
Not of the actual fall, but her friend, I guess, had called the police and was taking video and using her phone camera to shine a light on her. Literally, it's you see her in the position where she fell. A wildebeest runs by.
No, that's wild. That's
can't
too
make
wild.
It up.
No.
I don't understand why they wouldn't have some sort of barrier, to stop people from falling. That's wild.
It was like a chic infinity
you
pool
better
over.
Sue that place. Get your money. I recently went to Africa. I didn't fall down or anything, but monkeys were trying to steal my peanuts.
Those bastards.
It was so rude. I was like, I can't believe these are my peanuts.
What did you say to them?
I said, these are my peanuts. Get out of here.
Did you enjoy Africa?
I did. I was in South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, the Seychelles, and Hoedspruit was another part of South Africa. It's a long flight to fucking get there, but it's stunning.
Yeah.
The parts I went to were beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to go to North Africa next.
Yeah.
Go to North Africa.
Where?
I don't know. Algeria.
Tunisia.
Egypt. Is that
They got
North?
Morocco and Epcot.
Oh, okay. Let me head on over to Florida.
Yeah, just get on a plane, hop, skip, and a jump. Got a good table service restaurant there.
Please don't talk to the psychic again.
I will. I would like to speak to this psychic.
Because honestly, as traumatic as it was for me, I think it was just as traumatic.
It wasn't
for him.
just as traumatic. I was just deeply
He was worried.
Matt's is in a bad way.
It was bad.
Anyway, sorry, not to bring it up
No, it's
again.
okay. I've also seen bad psychics. I had one who she was like, "You're in your hoe phase. You're gonna men are gonna be throwing themselves at you. It's gonna be so rich, and you're gonna really find yourself." I'm in the driest spell of my whole life.
Have you genuinely ever had a hoe face? Because I don't think I have.
Yeah, when I lived in New York, I drank a lot, and I was pretty loose with it.
This man landed in Los Angeles yesterday and immediately fucked somebody.
That
so I don't know what he's talking
happens.
about. You literally did.
But that's
I know
so
yesterday, but I'm saying this
nice.
is such an exceptional
And the guy was
thing.
hot too.
Whatever.
How did you meet him?
The
internet.
The internet.
The grinder.
I once got fingered outside of a bar, and then the man took my earring as a souvenir.
He fingered not only your pussy, he fingered your ear hole.
My earlobe.
He got all up in there. He said, "I'm taking this, the nut, and I'm taking this."
All up in your ear? Okay. I think it's time for I Don't Think So, honey.
I think it's probably time.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
you kind of hinted at yours.
But you said you had something.
Yeah, but I already said my piece.
Well, I guess we're getting
expand
into
on it
more
if you
pieces.
Wait, okay.
This is I Don't Think So, honey. It's our 1 minute segment where we take a little bit of time, specifically 60 seconds, to rant against something in culture that we're over it. We're just simply over
We're
it.
simply over it.
Okay.
I said I had one earlier, right?
Yeah, I think we both had one.
But I think mine just went away, but I have a new one that just took its place.
Okay, good.
Okay, great. This is, are you ready?
Wait. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
ready.
This is Matt Rogers. I Don't Think So, honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. You need me to sign for a package. I'm not home. I'm not doing cool boy shit. I'm over there, over here. I'm out at the club. You might call me the opposite of SZA. I can't stay in the home. I am out here. And let me tell you
telling
something.
the truth.
FedEx, losers, you're obsessed with me. You're trying to track me down day after day, and you can't find me. Just call me, text me, beat me if you want to reach me. Call me Kim Possible, babe. Except it's quite
30
possible to
seconds.
find me. Anyone who can find me has my number. FedEx has my number. Give me a buzz. Say, hey, is this your thing? I'll be like, yeah. And ask me, can I leave it on your doorstep? Do I have your endorsement? Yes, you do.
15
What is the big
seconds.
idea? And now I have to, after 3 attempts, because I'm not around at 11 a.m., I have to go to the FedEx place, which I am not convinced exists.
5 seconds.
And go to the warehouse and figure it out? I don't think so, honey.
And that's 1 minute. Yeah, you're so right for that.
Yeah, I agree.
I have things that
I
have been
agree.
sent to me I will never see again.
Yeah.
Because they're at the quote-unquote
Holding
FedEx
location.
place.
Yeah.
I hate it.
And I don't think they exist because then you try to find out, okay, where exactly is the location? And it's just a phone number that you call. And it says, did you go online? And then you go online and it's like, you got to call the number. I hate that shit.
That's what's
Let me talk to somebody.
That's what's happening to me with Spectrum. I've been trying to cancel my cable, and you can't do that online. You have to call them, but then they put you on hold, and I'm like, but I have things to do.
They told me I absolutely had to upgrade my Spectrum to a Spectrum business account.
No.
Why?
So I did that. Little did I know, they've kept me on my original Spectrum account. So now I've been being charged twice for internet and wireless and television for quite a while. And quite frankly, I'm pissed. Because I did ask them, I was like, does this replace my old thing? They were like, it should gobbledygook, this is blah, blah, words, and more. And I'm just
That's insane. You should be like, I would like a refund because why would I be paying double for the same address?
If it wasn't like winning a chess game against Anya Taylor-Joy, I would be able to talk to someone. But she's very good at chess, as it were. And that's how
it on
hard
the
it
ceiling.
is. She sees it in the sky, but only when she does her narcotics.
It's just drugs.
I finally watched the last episode of The Queen's Gambit 3 weeks ago.
It's a great show.
Never seen it.
I watched the first 6 episodes of 7 in the year of our Lord 2020. Never saw the finale. And then 3 weeks ago, I finally saw it. Spoiler alert, she wins. Checkmate, bitch.
I love that.
It's actually Roller Culture number 99. Queen's Gambit, spoiler alert, she wins, bitch. Checkmate. Bowen Yang,
I got something.
you feeling yourself?
Yeah, I'm going to get a little gross. But I think we can all relate. Okay?
I think, here we go. It feels like we're leaping into it.
I can't wait.
This is Bowen Yang's I Don't Think So, Honey. His time starts now.
I don't think so, honey. Water-based versus silicone lube, which is, I don't know what's what, and I don't know what to use for what situation. I just want a lube that works, that just works, period, without any fucking trade-offs. I don't want it to stain my sheets with a giant oil puddle. But I also don't want it. I don't want a sticky all over me.
Yeah.
And it gets sticky all over them. And it's like,
seconds.
why can't it just be oil?
Yeah.
That oil that's water.
Olive oil.
That's
So the whole
why
smell
can't it be
good.
butter that dissolves in
pasta.
water that can come out in the wash?
15 seconds.
Aren't we there yet? We're trying to live on Mars. We can't even do lube right. Elon Musk, if you want to win back humanity,
5 seconds.
come up with that lube.
Tell
Ditch
him.
the cars. Okay?
And that's 1
Do
minute.
the lube, honey.
I have to tell you, I think water-based is going to be what you
silicone.
love.
But water-based is sticky.
Is it?
Is it?
I think.
I don't know. The other one's sticky. The non-water based.
The non-one?
Silicone
Yeah.
certainly stains more.
Silicone is the culprit for stains.
Yeah. The
I've only
lube
used
I
water-based.
use is gun oil, water-based lubricant.
Okay.
And
Gun oil?
Gun oil.
Why are men's things crazy? It's lube. Why
we're
are
men. 'Cause
guns
we're
being
men.
brought into this?
It's the only, honey, if it's about gun oil lubricant, I don't have a second amendment and support.
what? Pop, lube you up? Like, what the fuck?
Pew,
Pew pew, shoot, shoot.
Me when I'm fucking.
Pew, pew. Pew, pew.
Just kidding. I'm more like, ouch.
If the lube is right,
Ouch.
You
You're
are
going,
in your whole
ouch.
phase. You're up here, like you touched down in Los Angeles, immediately filling yourself up with men.
No.
And you're like all fixated
Filling
on lube.
yourself
you're a freak
up
and a
with
half.
men.
You're filling yourself up with men.
I would love to be filled up with a man.
You 100%.
But here's the thing. I also want to like them. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, I'm not trying to
Why
have like
can't it be?
you know
one
how
night stands.
Do you remember when you were talking earlier about like how Goodfellas got such a good cast? It's because they saw a lot of people, and I do think that the way
I don't
that
know. We've heard this.
you're right.
We've heard this.
I should just
No.
Want to know
Get
an
fucked.
insane thing?
What?
I've been watching Scorsese movies, and I like woke up the other day and I was like, I think I want to work with Martin Scorsese. And I was like, says
Yes.
everybody. Says every fucking actor.
No, not
But
everyone says
you
that.
and him makes a lot of sense, actually.
He'd be very
Thank
taken with you, and I think he'd be
you.
inspired by
How
you.
do I meet old Marty?
Oh,
I
Marty.
think you go to a party. Marty at a
with
party.
Marty at a party. Okay. I
He's a
think
really- he's a good
What's a
director.
connection you have that you think is a connection to Martin Scorsese? Didn't Lauren work with him? I feel like Lauren Lapkus
don't
works
think
with
so.
the last
Yeah.
directors.
no, I
Lapkus
don't
is-
think so.
Okay.
Hmm.
There's a 6 degrees moment that we can make happen.
You're
Okay.
you're at most 2 degrees away from him.
You think?
I think you're probably at 1 degree away from him.
I don't think so.
Okay.
We're going to figure this
We're
out.
gonna help.
Okay.
Do you have an I don't think so, honey?
I do.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall we? You want a time?
This, everyone, is Nicole Byer's I Don't Think So, Honey.
It's all over the place, but I don't think so, honey. Why are we talking about people's bodies? Poor Oprah had to turn off the comments on her Instagram because people were coming for her. But you want to know that lady in the 80s brought out a wheelbarrow full of fat, and she was the thinnest she'd ever been because that's all she's ever wanted to be, thin. And her body just doesn't do that naturally. So why are we talking about it? Why are we mean to her? She looks great. She'll probably live a little longer. She's just maybe healthier. Also, how come episodes of television don't have 22 episodes? I want to sit at home and I want to watch a lot of TV and I want to go to the movies. I don't want a home release. I don't want it to be streaming. I want to watch shit on the big screen and have a big ha 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 with all my friends in public. Ha ha. And I want to watch lots of TV in bed. And I want 22 episodes. What the fuck is this 8 episode, 10 episode shit? Leave Oprah alone. Give me more TV. I want to go to the movies. Give me an AMC. Give me popcorn. Oh my God, I had a hot dog at a movie the other day and it was so good.
And that's 1 minute. Wow.
Movie theater hot dogs are fucking amazing.
They're so good. I genuinely said to Sashir, after we saw Madam Web, I said, everybody should be at the movies. They need to see the wonder of a movie on the big screen. And I was really earnest about it.
Of course you were.
Yeah, I was like, why did we stop going to the movies? Movies are
Martin
so
Scorsese would
fun.
love you with this attitude.
I would love to see Goodfellas on the big screen. Like it's, I love movies, and I'm like, give me 22 episodes of television, so that's what I watch at home.
Yes.
That is what I'm consuming. So then I'm like, oh, I want to go see a movie because that's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Can I say something so fucking stupid? I'm the last person on earth to get a fucking record player and actually start playing my vinyls.
It's the best.
And I'm like, this is how all albums should be listened to.
Yes.
And I think it's
fun.
the same thing as going to the movies. It's like, this is the best hands down way to listen to anything music. And I'm like, and you're so right about like, I would have loved to have seen Goodfellas on a big screen. I've never seen, I'm like, wait, now I want that.
Yeah.
Damn.
And like Vidiots, have you been there yet?
No.
Apparently they play old movies and I was like, oh, that's so fun and cool. I want that.
I do want to say, Bowen and I did walk out of Oppenheimer. So we literally saw the premiere film of the year, and we made it halfway through.
But you don't know how it ends.
We know how it ends.
We know how it ends.
We all
Can I tell you something?
how it ends.
90 minutes in, that bomb hadn't gone off. We could have been started watching Barbie a second time.
But here's the thing about that. I was like, we know how to market movies. The whole Barbenheimer thing.
Genius.
I was like, so we know how to open movies.
Let's bring it back.
Let's just do that.
I would agree.
We did it in a bigger way than we've ever done it before with Barbie.
Yeah.
By the way, largely during the strike too, which shows that like it doesn't have to be like, you know, like necessarily like the same press angles. Like it's just like there's ways to get movies out there.
Yeah.
But also on the Oprah thing, what exactly is happening? She admitted to doing a weight loss drug, and so people are now shaming her.
So she's on Ozempic. People are
she did
shaming
an Ozempic
her.
Revolution special.
Yeah. And my whole thing is like, yes, it's for diabetics, but also like Wegovy and other, I think it's a semi-glutitude. I don't know how to actually say it.
Yeah.
But like those have been approved for weight loss. And then it's like, so fat people, you get mad at them for being fat and then you get mad at them for losing weight. And then you're mad that they're using something to help them.
Yeah.
I'm just like so confused about the whole thing. And then I'm like, I think it should be illegal to talk about someone's weight or their body. I think the only thing you should be able to say is you look good. You look stunning. Ooh, you look spicy. This I love.
Yeah.
You don't have to say like you look better or like, wow, you've lost weight. It's like, what? No.
They did a great episode on Maintenance Phase, which is a great podcast, but about how like the dialogue around Ozempic is like really fucking weird because we've never figured out how to talk about like, fat people. You know, it's like we have never ever figured it out.
Wild. It's like, so yeah, like you don't want them to be fat. You don't want them to get help with it. You like people think it's just a willpower thing. And it's like, but you're not also thinking about like food scarcity. Like some people don't have access to like great food.
Yeah.
Some people work from like 9 to 8 or whatever. And then they don't have time to exercise. And it's like, maybe that would be helpful.
Quickly too. Yeah. Which is why that people eat fast food. Like, and it's like, there is a lot of shame about the way people eat too.
And it's like, it's just a tool.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, like an addict on Suboxone, would you look down on that?
Sure,
no, it helps them.
You're so right about Oprah. Like that's with the whole like wheeling out the fat thing. That's all she's ever wanted to be.
For 30 years, this woman has wanted to either be like smaller or like in shape of sorts. Like let her be. She looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I felt badly that she was so emotional about it too, because it's obviously something that has been like at the center of discourse about her for the longest time. And she's probably been through pretty much all of the modern waves of like,
the saga.
no, now we
Yes.
figured it out. No,
Yes.
now. It's like
body
she's
positivity,
been through super thin craze,
Yeah.
body positivity phase, you know, the big is beautiful, like, and then it all ended up being hollow because 3 years later, it all changes.
Yeah, it's wild. And then I don't know, like people, I just think it's wild because it's like
Yeah.
binge eating is a thing that like nobody really understands. And,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
and then it's like, well, why can't we? Maybe it's a brain thing that's like a compulsion. I don't know.
Well, that's why psychiatrists are prescribing people on semaglutides too now,
Yes.
because it does actually, it is like, well, if it's going to make you happier to like have control over some part of your
Yeah.
like being, then like,
And they're testing it with addicts because it does something that makes you
Yeah.
not want
Yeah.
or crave.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, I don't know. This is fucking interesting. Why? How come the discourse can't be, why did this company make this so scarce knowing how well it works?
Right.
That's just, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's more the question.
Yeah.
Why is it so hard to get if it's working for people? And then, you know, there's side effects, but there's side effects with everything.
Everything.
Right.
I also think that more than ever, I am convinced that people need to mind their own fucking business.
I think so.
like, just mind your own fucking business.
fine.
yeah.
Like, and also just like, stop assuming that people did the quote unquote lazy thing. Stop assuming that people are doing the fast thing. Stop assuming that like it's easy for anyone to make any decision, or that you have any bearing on like, or that your situation would be anywhere near
Yeah.
close to theirs. Like, you don't know someone else's life.
Yeah. There's a weird morality that's going into it.
Well, I have to say, I'm so happy that in the 4 years since we've last seen you, you're just as delightful.
Oh, thank you.
You did not let the pandemic take an ounce of your sparkle.
No, thank you. It's because I found a really great therapist.
Since then,
That'll
Yeah, I
do.
Same,
really love her.
actually.
She said the other day, she's like, does it feel like the universe is cock blocking you? And I was like, bitch, yes. And then we had a great big tee-hee-hee. Cock blocking me finding a man. I
totally.
feel like that's what's happening. And I love that she was able to like say that to me and she felt comfortable. I love her.
Can I steal that for therapy tomorrow for me?
Yes.
I mean, I literally just.
you
But
feel
you
that
just
the universe is
fucked.
cockblocking.
I just caught myself because I'm like, oh, I did just have a little encounter.
Yeah, but cock block meaning more than just I had sex in this
Yeah, yeah,
instance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like cock blocking meaning. What else are you telling
But
me you're
also,
seeing someone?
I feel like you should have like anybody, which sucks to hear from anybody, but like,
But I feel that way about you, and I know how patronizing that sounds, and how you
Yes.
feel about people saying that to you. But it is just a thing of like, Nicole, what is going on?
and I'm like, Bowen, he's so funny.
you're so perfect.
Also,
honey.
in Dix the Musical, you were very funny.
Oh, thanks, Nicole.
I
Directed by
silly.
Martin Scorsese.
Yes.
Scorsese. Oh, you
Martin
are 2 degrees away. Oh my God.
At the sing-along part, I had a friend gleefully say,
Faggot.
yes. And I looked at her and she was like, I was told to sing along. And I was like,
That's a wonderful test.
it was so funny.
Oh, they would love that.
It's in the movie. You're like, God
Yeah.
is a faggot, and then they both go, you're a bigot, and then
Josh and Aaron would love
Boy,
that.
it made me laugh
Those are
so
funny
hard. I was like,
boys.
girl.
Girl.
Well,
Nicole Byer.
you better get to the theaters like Nicole's been saying.
Please.
To see the new film from Focus Features.
Focus feet. Did they ask you to say it that many times?
No, but I mean, like, there
that's
certainly
really
was.
funny,
there
though.
wasn't a per capita on like, this is the amount we need to hear Focus Features.
But
I
also,
just think it's
if
fun.
I'm told, oh, it's a Focus Features film, I'm going to go see it.
I'm gonna see a Focus
it's
Features
an
film.
element of prestige. I think would help the
tell you
public
something.
out there.
I think repetition is funny.
I
Focus
love
Features.
repetition.
See, I mean, like you said it, and
She
I kind of knew
laughed.
it was coming, and it made me laugh.
She laughed.
She laughed.
Yeah,
Buy a big hot dog.
I love hot dogs.
Hot dog isn't my journey at the theater, but I'll tell you what is a huge fucking Coke Slurpee.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
For sure.
I got a little icy last time I was at the theater, and I said, "Well, is it more expensive than a soda?" And the guy behind the counter said, "Yes." And I went, "Then I want a soda." And then we stared at each other, and he like put it in. And I went, "I'm tricking you." So she was like, "What's wrong with you?" I saved 50 cents.
You guys could have had a thing. You and the cashier.
I don't think so. I think he was like, "This woman's weird." She wants a smaller straw and not the
Title of
icy
that,
cup.
This woman's weird. This woman's weird with Nicole Byer.
Well, we love you. Thanks for stopping by.
We end every episode with a song. God is a faggot and all love is love.
Bye.